Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Anne Archer is an American actress whose career in film, television, and stage has been defined by a nuanced screen presence, an ability to inhabit complex emotional roles, and a consistency that has sustained her professional relevance across multiple decades. Born on August 25, 1947, in Los Angeles, California, she was raised in a family with deep ties to the entertainment industry. Her parents were actors John Archer and Marjorie Lord, providing her with early exposure to the artistic demands and professional realities of Hollywood. Archer made her screen debut in the early 1970s, appearing in episodic television before moving into feature films. Her career trajectory accelerated significantly with her performance in Stay Hungry, 1976. A project that positioned her among a new generation of actors capable of blending naturalistic style with cinematic sophistication. She achieved her greatest critical recognition for her role in Fatal Attraction, 1987, where her portrayal of Beth Gallagher, a woman confronting betrayal and violence within the domestic sphere, earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. This performance remains her most enduring contribution to popular culture, emblematic of her ability to balance emotional vulnerability with quiet strength. Beyond Fatal Attraction, Archer's screen credits include Patriot Games, 1992, and Clear and Present Danger, 1994, in which she played Kathy Ryan opposite Harrison Ford, demonstrating her adaptability within the political thriller genre. She has also maintained an active presence on television, with appearances in series such as Falcon Crest, Boston Public, and Privileged, often taking roles that emphasize intelligence, authority, and resilience. Archer's career has extended into the theatrical domain, where she has pursued roles in stage productions both in the United States and internationally. Notably, she performed in The Graduate, taking on the iconic role of Mrs. Robinson, which showcased her capacity to reinterpret and modernize well-established characters for contemporary audiences. In addition to her professional accomplishments, Archer has been active in various philanthropic and humanitarian efforts, with particular engagement in organizations dedicated to children's welfare and global health initiatives. Her public life has also been marked by her association with Scientology, a facet that has attracted media attention but has not overshadowed her artistic achievements. Across a career spanning more than 5 decades, Anne Archer has established herself as a figure of quiet durability in Hollywood, an actress whose work is characterized by emotional intelligence, technical restraint, and a willingness to traverse genres while maintaining a consistent standard of performance. Early life and background. Born into a family already immersed in show business, Anne Archer grew up surrounded by the culture of Hollywood. Her father, John Archer, was a prolific film and television actor, and her mother, Marjorie Lord, starred in the beloved sitcom Make Room for Daddy. With such a lineage, Anne's path toward performance seemed natural, though she took time to cultivate her craft before stepping into the spotlight. She studied theater at Claremont College in California, developing the discipline and grounding that would later distinguish her acting style from flashier contemporaries. Career beginnings. Archer began with guest roles on television in the early 1970s, appearing in series such as Hawaii Five-0 and The Mod Squad. Her early film work included The Honkers, 1972, starring James Coburn, and Lifeguard, 1976, which gained her recognition as an actress capable of imbuing straightforward romantic roles with sensitivity and realism. By the mid-1970s, she was being noticed for her fresh-faced charisma and emotional accessibility, qualities that contrasted with the more glamorous screen personas of the era. Breakthrough with Fatal Attraction. Her defining moment came in 1987 with Fatal Attraction, one of the decade's most iconic thrillers. Playing Beth Gallagher, the wronged wife of Michael Douglas's character, Archer delivered a performance marked by both quiet restraint and fierce emotional power. She avoided caricature, making Beth not merely a victim but a woman of dignity and strength. This role earned her nominations for both the Academy Award and the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress, solidifying her place in Hollywood history. Work in thrillers and dramas. Following her breakout, Archer became a familiar face in political and psychological thrillers. In Patriot Games, 1992, and Clear and Present Danger, 1994, she brought warmth and intelligence to Kathy Ryan, the wife of Harrison Ford's Jack Ryan. These films introduced her to an even broader audience, and her work provided grounding emotional stakes within action-driven plots. She also took on challenging dramatic parts, including Love Lives On, 1985, where she portrayed a mother dying of cancer, earning an Emmy nomination. Later, she continued her presence on television with appearances in acclaimed series like Boston Public, Ghost Whisperer, and Privileged. Theater career. Archer's stage work has been another important dimension of her artistry. She toured internationally with the stage adaptation of The Graduate, taking on Mrs. Robinson, a role immortalized by Anne Bancroft in the 1967 film. Her portrayal was seen as a bold reinvention, giving the character a contemporary sharpness while maintaining its seductive mystery. Personal life. Anne Archer has been married twice, first to actor William Davis, with whom she has one son, Thomas, and later to Terry Jastra, a television producer and director, with whom she has shared a long marriage. Her son, Tommy Davis, became a prominent spokesperson for the Church of Scientology, to which Archer herself has been affiliated. Despite some public scrutiny regarding her faith, Archer has kept her personal life largely private, maintaining an image of poise and dignity. She is also noted for her philanthropy, lending her voice to causes involving children's rights, global development, and the arts. Legacy. What makes Anne Archer's legacy enduring is not a single role but her consistency across a wide-ranging career. She is remembered for her grace, intelligence, and authenticity on screen, qualities that allowed her to transition fluidly between television, film, and stage. While she may not have always been cast in the flashiest lead roles, she brought an essential humanity to every part, often grounding films with her nuanced performances. Anne Archer stands as an actress of quiet power, an artist whose most famous role in Fatal Attraction remains a cultural landmark, but whose broader career reflects a commitment to depth, discipline, and emotional truth. Detailed look at Anne Archer's career and impact. Anne Archer's career stretches across more than 5 decades, and when we look beyond Fatal Attraction, a rich and varied body of work emerges that highlights her adaptability and skill. Film career. Archer's journey in cinema demonstrates a steady progression from smaller, overlooked films to some of the biggest thrillers of the 1980s and 1990s. Early films, 1970s, The Honkers, 1972, with James Coburn, gave her one of her first screen roles. Lifeguard, 1976, where she played the love interest of Sam Elliott's character, earned her attention as a rising star. Paradise Alley, 1978, directed by Sylvester Stallone, allowed her to expand her profile, though the film received mixed reviews. Hero at Large, 1980, opposite John Ritter, showcased her ability to handle light comedy and romance. Breakthrough and Stardom, 1980s to 1990s. Fatal Attraction, 1987, her landmark role, earning an Oscar and Golden Globe nomination. Patriot Games, 1992, starring as Kathy Ryan, wife of Harrison Ford's Jack Ryan. She helped bring balance to the action thriller with warmth and realism. Clear and Present Danger, 1994, reprised her role as Kathy Ryan, solidifying her place in one of the biggest action thriller franchises of the decade. Later films, 2000s onward, Archer continued to appear in films into the 2000s and 2010s. Though often in supporting or independent productions, including Rules of Engagement, 2000, Man of the House, 2005, and Lullaby, 2014. Television has been central to Archer's career, providing her with roles that expanded her range. Little House on the Prairie, 1975, guest appearance early in her career. Love Lives On, 1985, an Emmy-nominated role in a powerful TV movie about a young mother dying of cancer. Falcon Crest, 1989-1990, joined the popular primetime soap opera, giving her broader household recognition. Boston Public, 2003-2004, recurring role on David E. Kelley's acclaimed drama. Privileged, 2008-2009, appeared as the grandmother in the CW series. Her television career has been steady, marked by dramatic roles that highlight her emotional intelligence. Stage work. Archer made a strong impact on the stage later in her career, especially in her portrayal of Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate. She toured the US and UK with the production, receiving positive reviews for bringing a mix of allure and pathos to a character often seen as merely predatory. She also appeared in other plays, including The Trial of Jane Fonda, 2014, where she played the controversial actress in a one-woman show that examined Fonda's anti-war activism. This demonstrated Archer's willingness to tackle politically charged and demanding material on stage. Personal life and beliefs. Family. She has been married to producer-director Terry Jastra since 1979. They have one son together. Her other son, Tommy Davis, from her first marriage, was a prominent spokesperson for the Church of Scientology. Archer is a long-standing member of the church, which has occasionally drawn press attention, especially because of her son's leadership role. However, she has always maintained a careful separation between her professional career and her religious affiliations. Philanthropy. She has been active in charities focused on children, human rights, and social justice, reflecting a humanitarian side that is less publicized than her acting career. Cultural impact. While Anne Archer may not be as instantly recognizable as some of her contemporaries, her influence is significant in several respects. The every woman persona. Archer often played characters who embodied integrity, warmth, and resilience. Unlike flashier Hollywood stars, she specialized in grounded, relatable women, which made her stand out. Defining the supportive partner role. In thrillers and dramas like Fatal Attraction and the Jack Ryan films, she redefined what could have been passive wife roles, giving them dimension, emotional stakes, and strength. Longevity. Few actors maintain a career across 5 decades in such a competitive industry, but Archer has transitioned smoothly between film, TV, and stage. Legacy. Her Oscar-nominated role in Fatal Attraction remains a cultural touchstone, emblematic of the 1980s, anxieties about marriage, fidelity, and gender dynamics. Early life and influences. Anne Archer was born on August 25, 1947, in Los Angeles, into what could be described as Hollywood royalty light. Her father, John Archer, was a character actor with a long list of film and TV credits, while her mother, Marjorie Lord, became a household name for her role as Kathy Williams on the sitcom Make Room for Daddy. This environment gave Anne not only exposure to the entertainment business but also a sense of how difficult and competitive it could be. Despite her background, Anne did not jump immediately into acting stardom. She attended Claremont Men's College, now Claremont McKenna College, and majored in theater arts, honing her craft before entering Hollywood. This educational grounding gave her more range and discipline than many of her contemporaries, who often relied solely on charisma or looks. Clapperboard rise in Hollywood. 1970s. The 1970s were a period of discovery for Anne Archer. She wasn't an overnight sensation but instead built her career gradually. She appeared in episodic television, Mod Squad, Hawaii Five-0, Little House on the Prairie, establishing herself as a versatile actress. Her first notable film came with Lifeguard, 1976, where she played a divorced woman romantically linked to Sam Elliott's character. Though modest in scale, the film showcased her ability to play women with emotional complexity. Other films like Paradise Alley, 1978, directed by Sylvester Stallone, and Hero at Large, 1980, with John Ritter, highlighted her range but didn't quite push her to star status. She became known as a working actress, reliable, professional, and talented, but not yet in the public eye. Globe. The defining role. Fatal Attraction, 1987. Everything changed when Archer landed the role of Beth Gallagher in Fatal Attraction. This psychological thriller, one of the defining films of the 1980s, centered on the dangers of infidelity. While Glenn Close's Alex Forrest stole headlines as the unhinged, other woman, Archer's Beth was the film's moral and emotional center. She had to play a wife betrayed but not broken. Someone who carried both hurt and resilience. For this role, she received Academy Award nomination, Best Supporting Actress, Golden Globe nomination. The impact of Fatal Attraction went beyond awards. It cemented Archer in the public consciousness as the archetype of dignity under duress, a woman with quiet but undeniable power. Fire. 1990s career highpoint. After Fatal Attraction, Archer enjoyed a wave of high-profile roles. Patriot Games, 1992, as Kathy Ryan, wife of Harrison Ford's Jack Ryan, she provided a grounded presence in a high-octane political thriller. Clear and Present Danger, 1994, reprised Kathy Ryan, further cementing her as part of one of the era's most successful thriller franchises. TV and film appearances kept her in demand, as Archer became known for roles that blended warmth, intellect, and resilience. She often embodied the archetypal supportive wife or mother, but unlike many actresses typecast in these roles, Archer gave her character.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.